Hello, everybody. I am Katrina Amurao, and I'm really excited to be here with you. So, I have a lot to share with you. Now, keep in mind, this is 20 years of business that I'm sharing with you. In fact, I went live on social. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah? Okay. Gonna go and mute your mic. Katie already did the housekeeping. Let's engage. And make sure you add me on social media. I have my Instagram here, and then you can figure out from there. But I am a little bit about me. So I'm a wife to my business partner, Neil. I'm a mom of 3 active children. So I am a volleyball and a basketball mom. I don't know how I do it. Don't ask me. I just go. I live by the hour. I just bring energy. I'm the eldest child and the only daughter of my parents. I have 3 brothers, and I moved to Canada from the Philippines when I was 17. And I started real estate when I was 23. So 6 years in Canada, I still had this accent, right? I mean, 20 plus years in Canada, I still have an accent. And I like pizza. I had pizza for breakfast. Yes, I count that in my calories. I also like sushi and ice cream. These are all counted within my calorie budget every single day. I don't eat them every day. I just want to make a note of that. And then as a leader, I've been in the business for 20 plus years, 21 years. I know I want to say I started when I was really, really young, but I just gave it away. I started when I was 23, been in the business for over 20. So I'm going to be 45 soon. I hired a full-time assistant when I was within my first year of being a realtor. And then after that, my then husband, my then boyfriend, Neil, joined me. I do have a video about this. I shared it at EXPCon. Who was at EXPCon? That was, and who saw my presentation at EXPCon? I also just want to make sure I kind of ask. So I see a few people who was at EXPCon who heard my talk there. I did share a video about my journey. I can share that with you as well. And yeah, that was then from this to that. I know not much difference. You could see more of Neil losing a lot of weight. But I am now here. So this is the team. We've grown from me and Neil to this team. A lot of people. Yes. It takes a village, but I started when I was younger. I started when I had an accent. I didn't know a lot of people. I moved here. I've only been in the country for 6 years. I didn't go to high school here. I went to college here. I just figured things on my own. And so I didn't have a big network. So today we're going to talk about referrals and why referrals? I mean, for someone who started a business at 23 and didn't really know a lot of people, like, who's going to refer me? I was 23. I also was trying to look older. Now I'm trying to look younger, but I was trying to look older at that time. I had to wear thick glasses. I chopped my hair, which actually backfired because when I chopped my hair, I looked like a little girl. So, I mean, that didn't work out. So, but anyway, why referrals? And I'll share some of the foundations of a real referral based business based on my experience. It's a real life experience, right? This is what I did and consistently generated 50% of our business from referrals. And so what follow-up systems we have in our system, like that I personally use and my team use, and I know it works because my team uses this exact same pattern, exact same system, and they get referrals. So I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share about the client appreciation events. I'm going to share about the Endless Referrals program. So client appreciation events are huge in our business. It's actually something that I've done since the beginning. And then we're going to have some Q&A. So we're going to do that. But before we go there, I'm curious, what brought you here? Why do you want to learn more about referrals? Share it in the chat or you can talk. I mean, I kind of don't want to be the only one talking. Give me a little bit of a breather. What made you join us today? What is it that made you decide to, like, okay, I'll spend my precious Wednesday morning. I mean, in my case, I'm in Vancouver time, so that's 10 a.m. right now. What is it that made you join today? Feel free to talk, guys. My sponsor sent the link, email solicitation. I love it. Things work. But didn't get into it. Okay, you were at the, yeah, I'm trying to catch up with all the messages here. Want to grow your business. You've been working in education for 26 years and embracing out into real estate and need to learn something new. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, Janina, please share. You can unmute.
Oh, we can unmute now. Okay. So I love referrals because when my former clients and my friends and my family refer me people, they're my people. And I don't have to hope that I like them. They are my people, and I'm going to be happy to work with them. And referrals are usually free unless it's coming from another agent.
Yes, right. It's free. It is free. So that's good. Anyone else want to share? Chad, what made you join us today? Because a lot of the things that, how long have you been in the business, and what made you join us today, Chad?
I've been in the business for 9.5 years, and referrals actually for me are just about everything I do. In fact, it's 92.5% of everything that we do. My wife and I, we practice real estate together, but it's all from referrals. So from past clients, new clients, other agents as well. So for me, it was really just about how can I hone and improve my skills. And I heard about this through our BC agent meeting yesterday. And so always intrigued on how I can be improving and doing better at referrals.
I love it. I mean, we always have to be open-minded. We always have to be curious and learning. And no matter how long we've been in the business, even I mean, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I partied my way up to the top. I'm not a party person, but I partied my way up to the top since I started, because it's the only thing that I could do. I didn't have money either. When I started real estate, I was 23. I got lucky that I got approved for a $10,000 line of credit because my friend worked at the bank. So I had that, but I didn't use it. But I didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted to start my business where I can grow it. So all right. So thank you, Chad. Thank you, Janina, for sharing. And so we always are curious to learn. And so what now, what stops people? What stops realtors from utilizing a referral business? You can still share, guys. So Anil.
If you have, let's say, just made a transaction rather than try to build a transaction, if you just sold something, that will stops you because you in your background know that you could have done more. And the first thing is hesitant, like if they would like the work or not. Those are the things, like most of the time it's us, like we are a very hesitant person or introvert person to ask something from the help. That's what I.
Yes. Sometimes it's the belief. Am I referable? Am I worth referring? That's really the question there. Am I worth referring? Anyone else? Okay, in the spirit of time, I'm going to keep moving. We only have 45 minutes today, so I'm going to do my best to keep going, to give you pour into you as much as I can, because there's a lot. This is 20 plus years of business, right? So, I mean, some people, they don't do referrals because they don't have enough network. They think they do not have enough network. Some people don't do referrals because of their short-term focus, because they just want the business now. It's like the low-hanging fruit, right? Some people, because they're poor at relationship building. They just, like, they're scared. Not just they're not good at it, but some people are scared to build the relationship. And also the misconception about referrals. Like, most people think that they're not worthy of a referral. Lesson number 1, you are worthy. And when you know and believe you're worthy, you will also act more worthy, right? So you got to believe you're worthy, and you're going to act like you are, because you believe in yourself. And I believe everything happens for a reason. I mean, I'm a big believer that, you know, when someone comes my way, I know that they're brought to me for a reason. It's meant to be, even if we just cross paths. Also, some people, because there's the limits in time, they're scared of asking. They're scared of asking for the referral. Or they're relying on, I'm just gonna go door knock. I'm just gonna put an ad on the paper. I mean, there's no more papers now, but I mean, for the most part, I'm just gonna put an ad on Google. You know, they don't have a strategy. They don't know where to start. There's so much information out there, you know, and then you said it, Anil, like sometimes you don't feel like you did a good job in, you know, negative client experience, right? You know, guys, it's not about the negative client experience. It's how you handle the negative experience that makes you more referable. It's how you handle the negative client experience that makes you more referable. It's not how you handle the challenges. In competitive markets, I mean, you know what? And really, I know people would say, because I promoted this at our BC event, broker event yesterday. And like, people are saying like, why? And you're saying this in your local market and you're sharing, like, guys, I am sharing our secrets. So stay tuned for those secrets. It's like really a lot. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm scared. I'm going to have more competition, going to up my game now because I'm still doing business, right? So, and of course, transactional mindset. That's why people don't utilize referrals. But the truth is, referrals is what builds a solid business. I mean, you know, I feel, I don't know about you, but people trust me more. If they were referred to me, people trust me. There's like, I don't have to prove myself. I have a higher quality clientele because they were referred to me. And, you know, we all know we're human beings. Sometimes things may not go as planned, but they are more forgiving, right? Marketing costs. It's really less than a traditional. I mean, we spend, so we do have both. We have our bus shelters. We have like 50 plus bus shelters. We had to cut it because our accountant 2 weeks ago told, like, we hired an external account. We have an in-house accountant, but an external accountant to look into our books. And he's like, you know, you have to put your resources on your referral business because I can see based on your numbers, your highest ROI is on your referral business. So stop spending money or limit your money because we're spending $500,000 in marketing every single year. $500,000. That's like crazy. And in a tight market and in a scary market, you gotta be cautious. We had to review our numbers, right? So yes, the highest, he looked at highest ROI is our referral business. And then long-term growth. I mean, I guess 20 years of doing this, we've navigated through the most difficult market. 2008, I was a realtor then. I almost quit in 2008. I was crying because I was borrowing money against my line of credit and had to refinance our home to pay our assistant. And, you know, almost quit. I'm glad I didn't. And then in 2018, when after things changed in 2018, 2017 was crazy. And then 2022, 2023, we're still here. And we made the move to EXP in 2023. So one of the best decisions we made. So yes, it's what's going to get you through challenging markets because you will have a loyal client base and satisfied clients fuel referrals. Guess what? Yesterday, I was getting anxious because I did allow time to prepare for today, to continue to prepare for today. And I'm getting text messages, referrals left, right, and center. And we have a team and I'm not complaining. I'm really happy about them. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with this. I had to like write them all down because I don't want to forget, right? So, you know, and people will refer you to people who are like them. And most people you work with are people you like, right? So people will refer you like-minded people. So that's why I work in a lot of referrals. I mean, in fact, Alex, I'll share with you Carlo and Mary. I changed their name a little bit because I know this is on Zoom and I kind of want to give them some privacy because I shared this in Montreal, but I'll share this again. They're not the only ones. I have a lot of Carlo and Mary. So Carlo and Mary were referred, kind of give away some of the things named here. I didn't edit. So Carlo and Mary were referred to me by a church member. And since they were referred to me, they were referred to me about 10, 12 years ago. And when they were referred to me, since then they've bought, so they bought that house. They were first-time home buyers. They've sold that property and they bought another home, right? So they've done 3 transactions with me. So that, and on average, I just estimated for easy number. Some of them we made more than $20,000 on the commission, but $10,000 for each transaction on average, because you know the first one they bought was like 300,000, so it's not as high. But then Carlos, we tracked. Carlos has referred 10 clients to us, and each of those clients has bought and then sold and bought as well, because this is longevity. And so if you calculate those 10 clients he referred, we've generated $300,000 in commission already. And then those 10 clients, 5 of them referred us as well. And I will, on average, actually, some of them did more than 3, but I averaged 3 transactions over the course of the years. I counted them. So that's another 5. And those 5 referred 4 more people. So it's like, it was a really like solid business that's growing. And this is just what I can calculate. I mean, there's spin-offs on some of these transactions as well, right? So not including the spin-offs, we've made $600,000 from one single referral that cost nothing to acquire. Nothing meaning I didn't spend money for an ad, right? So this is like, we have a lot of Carloses. Last year, we sold 358 homes. Half of them were from referrals, and some of them generated 30,000 plus in a single commission check. So, I mean, I know we're in BC. It's a little bit higher price point. So, I mean, there's a lot of people here from BC, so you can relate. It's a little bit higher commission that we get sometimes. So we are blessed that way. But sometimes, you know, it also sometimes takes a long time to sell a higher price point property. So how did I get there? Foundation, number one, one of the biggest challenges people have, really, why they don't work by referral, is because they think that the referral will just land on their lap. I'm going to sit here. I only work by referral, so I'm going to wait here and someone's going to refer me. It's like a store, like a storefront. Like, do we just have a storefront? Well, we don't even have a storefront. We're virtual, guys. We're with EXP, right? But we think that people are just going to come and call us and say, I'm going to work with you, right? Yes, it happens. It does. But do you think it would be better if you actually proactively work on asking for the referral? You'll be surprised. Asking for a referral is like, so we went to, example of this is we went to Montreal. Well, the weather here was getting nicer, so I kind of put away all those thick jackets. And then I look at the forecast and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to snow in Montreal. So bring on those thick jackets. And I was like, put on the jacket when we got to the airport. I put my hand in the pocket and I found $50. I found money in my jacket that I didn't know I have. That is the same thing as working on the referral. Asking for your business, asking for the referral is like finding money in your old jacket. There's a lot. And I'm pretty sure my kids actually sometimes just go through my jackets because they know I stash money on some of them. I mean, sometimes it's not always $50. Sometimes it's $2 or $1, but it's money, right? So yeah, so that's asking for referrals is really important. There's more. I can teach you how to ask for referrals, but today I want to focus on doing the events, right? That's one thing I did say I'm going to do today. But I wanted to share with you some of these high level ways of building the foundation in your referral based business. But if you want to dig deeper, kind of like shamelessly plugging it there, we do have a program for that. We can dig deeper. I'm going to be with you in the next 6 weeks. But ask for the referrals. I'll teach you how to do that. You have to be referable. I mean, really, you want to make sure you're worthy of the referral. I also have a lot of strategies on how you can be referable. How can you be referable? Why would people refer you? Let's just drop in the chat or to talk. Say something. I mean, how would someone be referable? Like, I ate pizza last night, which I told you guys I love pizza, right? And, oh no, I ate pizza this morning too for breakfast. I counted that in I sometimes starve myself so I can eat pizza. So I love pizza. And because I love pizza, I know all the best pizza places in town. In fact, I also know other best pizza places outside of Surrey, outside of Metro Vancouver, because I love pizza. So because I love pizza and our friends also like pizza, guess what? When they come to town, we bring them to the best pizza places, right? So your clients, if they love their experience with you, they'll talk about you. But how is, like, relating pizza to our business? It's true. I mean, how is this pizza? What is it in the pizza that made me bring my out-of-town clients? I mean, friends. Sorry, no. Yeah, no, friends. We bring Justin and Ibrahim, okay, to these pizza places because we all love pizza. And we bring them to that. What is it about the pizza that made me bring, like, well, first of all, they have really awesome toppings there. The crust is always perfect. It tastes so good. It's presented good. The service is good. As a realtor, what would people make them refer you?
Consistency.
Chat, sorry.
Consistency, just answering calls when people get or reach out to you, and just being consistent on time. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things.
Yes, consistency. If they know, if I know the pizza place will give me the exact same pizza when I bring my friends, I'll bring them there. But if I go to a pizza place that doesn't have consistent pizza recipe, which I've seen that happen, because I go back and I had a great experience the first time, and then the second time it was bad. So I'm like, what are the chances, right? So thank you, Chad. Anybody else? What makes you referable?
Instead of selling, try to understand what your client's saying. So that will, before you ask for referrals, one of my client had already referred me, like, he's working for me. I didn't know that. When I asked, can you refer me something? He said, 2 or 3 guys that were with us with one or two of our viewings. We brought them to see what you are working. And I didn't have any idea that they are bringing people to know. And that's one of the best kind of service that you provide. So be transparent and just work what you are doing.
Yeah. You have to listen. They have to know you care. People will not remember what you said. People will not remember what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. If you make them feel they're special, you make them feel they're worthy, you make them feel that you are making them a priority, they will refer you because they know you'll give the same service to their friends and family, right? So you be referable. You have to be consistent in that. I see here, be thoughtful and do kind things, which shows you really care about the clients. Yes, being thoughtful. Like I said, if you made them feel great, they are going to refer you. They trust you. Great experience with you. You have built a great relationship with the clients, right? So are you referable? I'll talk more about what are the things that we do. Some of these little things that adds up that we do in our business that makes us referable. And then consistency. It's doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Consistency in our work and what we do, and it's consistency in the activity that we do to earn the referrals. So it's not just being consistent about the quality of the work, but the actual work that we do, like the effort we put in, the process, and a solid database system. We have to be able to track. I'm going to share with you how we grew our database from 30. So when I started real estate, I only had 30 people on the database. That included my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, his mom, his dad, his friends, my coworker. So I only had 30 people on my database to now 40,000 people in our database. How we grew that and how that's important. It's like, you know, I was sharing, I don't know, yesterday somewhere. Oh, we in our mastermind, I was sharing that it's important to always add fresh people in the database. You can't just work with the exact same people. Katrina, I already called them 5 times this year. I already like dropped off, I popped by their house like 12 times this year. It's like I'm almost stalking them, right? So we need to keep adding people to our database in order for, and then some people will leave. You know what? I've had people in the database that became a realtor, right? Or their brother is a realtor, or they moved out of town. So you need to keep adding people to the database. That's important. So we have to ask for the referral. And when we're asking for the referral, we're adding them onto the database. There's a way to ask referrals. Be referable. You have to be consistent in everything that you do. It's hard. Like if you know me, okay, and you might hear me say this so many times in the next 6 weeks. My goal is to have a 6-pack. I can't have my 6-pack if I'm going to eat pizza every day. It can be consistent in eating pizza, but that's not the consistent that we want, right? But if I'm consistent with my eating properly and just have pizza once in a while, and also working out consistently and sleeping properly, I'll get there sooner and I'll get there faster. So building a solid database, it's huge. And I will share that with you more in the next 6 weeks. Meanwhile, we'll move forward. And I wanted to talk about the follow-up process. So the key point in building the business is we want to make sure that it's not just, and I mean this follow-up process after the sale is completed, if you've done business already with people. It's important to, you know, the thing with us, I get anxiety on closing. I mean, I shouldn't, I'm getting paid, right? But when clients call you on closing day, there's a problem, right? You gave them the key, you left already, and you're like, oh my gosh, Sam is calling me. That means something's wrong. I mean, how many of you here have bought washer, dryer, fridge, stove, has like, you know, cleaned the house yourself? How many of you has done that? Like, you know, that's part of that. What we do is to make sure our clients are happy, right? We've, yeah, paid last minute cleaners. We have, what kind of like things have you done on like the day after completion? I know I bought a lot of washer and dryer. It's like, I don't know. I already have a relationship with the local appliance guy because I bought a lot of them, right? So the key there is, yes, it would happen. We need to check in with our clients. I get anxious because they're calling me. It's important to check in right away. So I call them the day of course, I gave them the key. We deliver. If you were at the EXPCon, I did share that we do give moving day survival kit. We don't give the fancy gifts like, you know, most people do. We do give a survival kit. And I'll share this with you, like a survival kit. We do have housewarming party as a gift, but the day of completion survival kit and like lunch, we pay for lunch, we bring it, we deliver it. We're there. So first thing is you have to be there on completion date, whether they're sellers or buyer, you deliver that, you show up to make sure, because this is the challenging part. When there's a problem, you have to be there because they get super stressed. It's a stressful day, they're moving. So you be there. And then when you leave the same day, you know, a few hours later, just check in. Hey, how are things going? How did the day go? Just want to make sure everything worked out. People, most realtors that I've heard about say, like, you know, some clients tell me like, yeah, the day that the last time I saw my realtor was when they delivered the keys, and that was it. They never showed up after. They gave me a fancy gift. I still haven't opened it because it's too fancy that I don't want to touch it. It's so nice. You know, so the day that the completion happens, be there, call them. You have to be checking in. If there's a problem, remember what I said earlier? How you address a challenge is what makes you referable. And it's like you've already been paid. It's how you address it. If you look at Google reviews for, like, I don't know, like for me, when I'm buying something, I look at Google reviews. And I don't look at the 5 stars. I look at the 1, 2 stars, and I see how this company handled difficulties, how this company addressed challenges. And if I like I know some people give 1-star review just because they were mad at something. They didn't like at someone looking at them or something, right? No, I don't take that into consideration. I look at what they did to handle it and how they answered, how they replied. Always address challenges. And don't be pointing fingers and throwing the other realtor under the bus. You can handle it the best that you can to address it without being walked all over, of course. There's a strategy with that. So I call the day off, call the next day, call the next week, check in, and then call the next month. Those are the 4 check-ins that I do. You should do. Sometimes I overdo it. I get too excited for them. And then, in our case, we also give a housewarming party as a gift. So I can talk about that. That's another session in itself. Like, we provide food for their housewarming party we allow them to get settled and, move in and decorate their home. We provide food. We bring food for their housewarming party. That's my way of getting invited to their party. Really. I tell them, it's like, you know what? I want to be invited to your party, so I'm going to bring food. And guess what? It's one of the things that makes them feel so special. Because I'm already paid. It's way past whatever. I'm done. Like, I already got the sale, right? But they know that I care because here I am. I didn't just send Uber Eats. Oh my gosh, Katrina, you could just send Uber. Like nowadays it's Uber Eats. Before it's like, I get Chinese food delivered, right? I could just get pizza delivered. But I basically personally pick up food and deliver it to them. Like, it's not real estate, guys. It's building relationships. It's showing that you care. It's those things that you're not expected to do that makes a difference. Brandon Reader said, what type of food do you bring? It depends. We give them a menu. We give them a menu like of different food that they can order. So we have, we're in BC, so we're lucky. We get a lot of different, in Vancouver, there's so much different variety of food, but, and because I'm Filipino, there's, of course, I tend to attract predominantly Filipino families. There's like lots of referrals. And so we bring like this roasted pig. When you go to Hawaii, there's the luau, the roasted pig. We do that. We find local real restaurants. And that's the thing. I build relationships with local restaurant owners. And like, I ask them who the owner is. I go there. I really like your food. Who's the owner? And just like, can you give me your catering menu? So I ask for their catering menu and I'm like, hey, here's the thing. If we order from you, like we do a lot of business and I give gifts to our clients, give food. Can you make me a special Katrina and the team package? That's going to be, our budget is $300. That's $300 for that would feed 15 to 20 people. It used to be 25 when I started, but inflation is real. So it happens. So yeah, we bring that, or we bring charcuterie. We find a local place that does that. They can get expensive, but that's a good price charcuterie. Or sometimes they just want sandwiches, although we already bring them sandwiches on their moving day lunch. So we do that. We bring our Indian food or Chinese food. We bring sushi. We bring Nando's. I love Nando's. No, this is a shameless plug for all of you Barcelos fans. Don't tell them. I haven't built a relationship with them, but we'll get there. So I go to local restaurants and build relationships with the manager. Of course you try the food. If you like it, then just reestablish the relationship with people, like meet the owners. And I also pick smaller businesses because I want to support local, right? I mean, Nando's is a chain, but then it's the franchisee is local. So yeah, so that's what we do. I do engage with them, and typically, so that's my quarter visit, right? Everything okay with your home, and then guess who's the star of the show? Not that I go there to be the star of the show. I actually go like, I go in my, depends on how they want it, but usually I go in my casual clothes and I engage. I just chat with people. I don't say, oh, yes, I'm the realtor, guys. No, the owner does that already. This is my realtor. And like I was just sharing at the EXPCon event that the Saturday before EXPCon, I went to a housewarming party and I got 3 referrals. I just showed up. I brought their Nando's food. They really love it. And they're like, thank you so much. And then there's more people, and it's a whole family. I've worked with them before. So they were already like, we were looking forward to seeing you, Katrina, because they know I'm busy. And here's the thing, guys, they know you're busy. But the fact that you took the time to show up at their housewarming party is important to them. But really, I'm privileged to be able to be self-invited to their housewarming party, right? So I bring the food, I engage, and I get referral. And then when people ask about real estate, I also get 3 names every single time. I get their name, their phone number, and their email address, or I friend them on Facebook. I just take pictures. Like this is one small tip. Take pictures with them. Hey, let me tag you on social. Guess what? You're now friends on social. You're going to be showing up on their feed, and your social proof, which is coming up, leverage social proof. You have to post your success, but not all. You have to have a balance. It's actually, if you add me on Instagram, shameless plug, at Katrina _ Amurao, AMURAO. You'll see that it's my social media. I do it myself. I don't have we do have social media strategists for the team, but my own social media, I do it myself. It's like a combination of everything. It's like, I think I'm going to be like yelled at by my social media strategists because there's no pattern on it. I just put things. I just put life. I put business. Because I still work with clients. Then I put in there my real life. I put there my actual client life, and then this whole, like me sharing this experience with you guys. So it's a combination. This is a social proof that I do a lot of things. That's why they think, oh, where do you get all the time, Katrina? I don't know. It just shows up. So yeah, social proof, client appreciation events, which I'm going to talk now about it. Follow up on referrals shortly. I mean, I'm here. I'm like seeing, I got distracted at one point. I have to put my phone away because I'm like, hey, I have a referral for you. So I'll message them right away. Here's the thing. So you don't forget your referrals. Don't check your messages when you're doing something else. Respond to them after and write them down. I had to write it down. I saw someone at church today. I just had to, this morning when I went to church, I had to write their name down because I don't want to forget. That's just another strategy for another topic. So follow up and stay consistent. So I know I'm like talking too much. Oh, this is showing up. Should have been hidden. Where am I? Headline goes here, client appreciation events. Okay, so client appreciation events. Did you guys get the document already that came with the registration? Yeah? No? Katie?
And I just dropped the link in the chat as well.
Okay.
So you can access it right up where I said click here.
Click here. Katie, thank you so much for being there. I told her, it's like, can you please make sure you're here? Because I just want to yell help. Okay, perfect. So you guys got that. In that document, I talked about why you should host a client appreciation event. I already, my little housewarming party is a mini client appreciation event. I'm appreciating the client, but we can host a lot of different client appreciation events. I mean, we host small client appreciation events. Actually, the other day I went to a listing appointment, and the person, they're past clients. We sold their home and bought that in 2016. And she's a chef, and we actually collaborated and did a mini client appreciation event where I invited Carlo and Mary, and then two of their friends into a little like chef, cooking class. There's only 6 of them and me and the chef. There's 8 of us. We did a little bit of a cooking class. I left Neil at home because he had to take care of the kids and he had to manage all our systems. So don't think that I'm forgetting about him. Neil is my husband. He actually runs the show at Katrina and the team. It's not me, it's him. So anyways, you can host a little client appreciation event. You can host a big client appreciation event. We've had, our biggest one is our flagship client appreciation event, which is the Katrina and the team movie morning. We have 1,000 people show up at this event. In fact, we even have to regulate it now because now we sell out in like a day. Tickets are gone. We don't sell the tickets, it's free, but it's gone in a day. So we had to regulate it because like I said, we have 40,000 in our database now. How do we do that, right? So, we host client appreciation events so we can strengthen the relationship, generate referrals. And if you follow that document that I shared with you, 8 weeks is really my minimum. We're hosting one on May 24th. We're featuring the movie Lilo and Stitch. And so we have our we released our initial 200 tickets to our A+++ clients, like including Carlos and Mary, because they get first dibs, right? They get first dibs to everything. There are VIP. So we generate referrals even before we have an event. We stand out as a trusted expert. At your client appreciation event, if people see there's a lot of people, like, whoa, it builds massive credibility. Because they're like, all these people are trusting them. It's like going to a restaurant. I'm going to a restaurant, and if there's a long lineup, it must be good, right? So, and then if the restaurant next door doesn't have a lineup, I'm like, oh, why did I walk into this restaurant? Because the other one has a long lineup. That's the same feeling, and it creates positive association. People love the idea that you are doing something outside of the work that you do, and that's when we gather testimonials and feedback. Sometimes I ask for referrals. I subtly ask for referrals. I can show that to you during the 6-week program. And I stay top of mind. Really, that's our movie morning. I started 2005 is the first movie morning we hosted. We also had a bowling. And I basically just started from there, and really the people that showed up there, some of them are now our clients, and some of them, like, they were little when I started. Imagine doing it consistently. They know of me because of the movie. They like me. Like, sometimes the kids advocate for the parents, to the parents for me, because they want to work with us, right? So building that 20 years, guys, like, seriously, because of the movies, they trust me. Not because of the movies, but they see that I care, right? And we do a lot of things during the movies. So what type of events you can do? I mean, there's seasonal events. Easter's coming up. We used to do Easter egg hunts. We would still do it. It's just right now we had to pick and choose some of the things because we have one big one coming up in May. It's May 20, I want to say May 24th. When Lilo and Stitch comes out, the next day we host it. So anyway, you can do Easter egg hunt. You can pick a park, just drop some Easter eggs there, invite your clients to come and just maybe have some coffee and donuts. There's your client appreciation event, right? It doesn't have to be super expensive, guys. That's why I said it costs nothing, but it costs something to build the relationship. It doesn't have to be super expensive. You can also partner up with your business, like your suppliers, like, or your mortgage broker, your lawyer, title in the States, the title company. You can partner with the lawyers, with the inspectors. You can partner up with them so you can do this together, and it will mitigate, like, it makes the cost less. Mother's Day event, we've done Mother's Day tea. We've done Father's Day event where we had a barbecue because, I don't know, I don't want to be stereotypical, but most men like barbecue. My husband does, but yeah. So, or Independence Day, Canada Day parties. There's a lot. That's every season. There's so many. Like, there was a year we kind of overdid it. We had like 10 parties. Like, that's kind of like crazy, but we did party our way ourselves to the top. So general events, like I mentioned, movie morning. When we prepare for a movie morning, we plan it 8 weeks in advance. Well, we plan it way more, but we launch it 8 weeks ahead because that's when we start calling people. We do have the cadence of communicating with them. We've done ice cream social to a point that we even bought our own ice cream machine just because we do ice cream social. And remember when I said what I said earlier, I love ice cream. So anyway, we do have an ice cream machine in the office. If you guys are ever in Surrey, go pop by. We have an ice cream machine. And this is one excuse as to me inviting people in our office. Like when I see they have kids and they're like, hey, if you're ever in South Surrey, go pop by in our office. We do have an ice cream machine. Call ahead to make sure we have it on, because sometimes, like, right now it's a little cold, so we don't have it on, but we also have an awesome coffee machine. So that's another. We can do coffee social. We actually did kind of coffee social one time. So, and you also can, oh, I saw a typo there, educational events. First time home buyer session. We do have every month we do educational events here in our team. It's a lot of work. When I didn't do this every month before, but now that I have a system, I can do this every month. Every month we do have an educational event. First time home buyer session, investor session, upsizing, downsizing, or sometimes I just bring a lawyer to talk about estates and wills and all that. So educational event, it's our excuse to connect with clients. So the key there is, when you're hosting an event, you have to set your objective. The truth is, like I said, I'm not really a party person. If you know me personally, I actually don't go to parties. I go to sleep, or I work out, or I spend time driving my kids around for volleyball. But I see it, it's part of my work. The objective is, this is my excuse to connect with my clients. Because a lot of us, I don't know about you, but yes, we say we have to make this many phone calls, right? Isn't that part of our business? We are in a contact business, right? Like really making phone calls. But most people say the reason why I don't call is because I don't know what to say during my calls. Well, this is my call. I call to say, we are hosting a client appreciation event on May 24th. I just want to make sure you got the invitation. So it's an excuse. So you have to set an objective, and the objective is to build deeper relationships with your clients. Whether or not they show up, you build deeper relationship. You have to have a budget. Okay, I'm talking to myself because I've been known to host events without a budget. One of the ones that I kind of got too crazy about, which Neil is still, I hope he forgot about it already. He's not around here. But I said, we're doing a breakfast with Santa. We're going to go to the golf course and we're going to have a breakfast with Santa. We're going to have a buffet. We're going to invite everybody. Oh my goodness. 400 people showed up. Because we typically see about 15% no-show from the people who confirm. Well, no, this one, more people showed up, which is like crazy. And like, there's so much food, which we learned from, which I can share with you in the next 6 weeks. It went $15,000, which our budget was $7,000. So it kind of went double. I'm like, well, if I just make sure I get another lead from that, then I can pay for it. It's like we live in this one more deal business, right? So anyway, make sure you have a budget, decide on the event, you partner up with a trusted service provider, you pick a date. Here's the thing, just pick a date. Pick, like, if 8 weeks is too soon for you, pick 3 months, like 12 weeks. Pick a date. Because if you don't pick a date, it's never going to happen. If you're going to say, I'm going to do this first, and then I'll do it, guess what, guys? It will never happen, right? I mean, if Katie and I and Joey and Brian didn't pick this date, guess what, guys? I'm just going to keep pushing this to the summer, this program, because I'm like, I want to make this perfect, right? No. Done is better than perfect. You'll make mistakes. You will have some challenges. You might go over budget, but until you do it, you won't know, right? So just pick a date, decide on your guest list. You might choose to just invite your top clients. You don't have to have 1,000 people, okay, guys? Don't get too overwhelmed by that idea. You start small, start somewhere, find a venue. You pick a date, well, pick 2 dates just in case your venue doesn't work, right? Have a backup date. And then one of the things that we do is we incorporate a charitable institution. In our case, we pick Surrey Food Bank. for our movie morning, and we say the food bank sends their people, we collect donations. Hey guys, the movie is free, but we want to support the food bank, so please bring non-perishable goods for the event so that we can collect donations. My goal is to collect literally 1 ton of non-perishable goods for the food bank, and they support that and promote your event. 8 weeks is what it takes for me to really, I don't want to say milk it, but really milk it, right? You're spending money, you got to make the money. So, you know, it's really important for you to just do it. The key point, don't overthink it. Keep it simple, start small, do it consistently. It's not, okay guys, and also, oh, I had one event, like I didn't have a referral right away. Well, you know what? I can tell you, you will get business if you do it right. If you just work it and you do it with the intention of giving back, and you do it with the intention of deepening your relationship. People are attracted to that. They want to work with nice people, right? They want to refer people to the nice people. You know, there's a restaurant that we like their food, but they're just so nasty. They're always mean. I'm like, hey, I'm here all the time. It doesn't make me want to go there, right? But the only problem is they're the only one in our neighborhood who serves that food, so kind of don't have a choice. But guess what? As realtors, how many realtors are there in your board, in your neighborhood? Like in our church alone, in one mass, like it's like there's like 20 realtors sitting in the pews, right? So we're in a business that we have a lot of competition. So we have to make sure that we are good at what we do and that we service our clients well and we are consistent with that service. And you know what, guys? Just start. If you don't start, you'll never get there. Next thing you know, 2025 is over and you let another year pass by. And guess what? With this talk about our economy, whether or not you're in the States or in Canada, in the US, there's shaking. It's, you know, people are scared. I actually don't watch the news, so I don't watch the news. And so, but I think something's happening out there. But you know what? I create my own economy. We create our own economy in our business. And the years that we've done really, really well is when there's so much uncertainty out there, when there's people who are so scared. But because for us, we just work, we don't freeze. And this is when you host an event because people are like scared, right? So with that said, shoot, that time is 10:57. Give me some questions out there. But before I do, I'm going to shamelessly plug. You lose the shots you don't take. We do have a 6-week program, guys. It is I talked about it a little bit already. It is going to be is it fair to say I said a lot of things? It's overwhelming. It's like, where do I start? Well, you start with the 6-week program, guys. 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, my goal is to help you with your repeat and referral business. I'll be personally coaching you through this 6 weeks. Basically, we documented a lot of things here with the team. So I have the blueprint to create a solid repeat and referral based business. I shared a lot of things. We're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper on all of the things that I shared. I have scripts and templates, and I will make sure you host your client appreciation event in the next 4 to 8 weeks. By the end of the session, you will have a client appreciation event because you will have the blueprint. You already have it. Like, there's so much information out there. Are you going to execute? I'm going to help you execute. We're going to share with you what we do. And I'm also going to create a private Facebook page for all of you who registers. And if you register today, your tuition gets a 15% discount. We have the code, Katie, right? Somewhere there. I think, is it on my screen? It's not on my screen.
It's on the next slide, Katrina.
Oh, is it? There you go.
There we go.
Endless Referrals 15. It's case sensitive, capital E, capital R. And you have to be an EXP agent because I think we have some people who are not EXP agents here. I'm sorry, guys. eXp Realty provides all of this awesome stuff, and really it's something that we do within our eXp family. Again, just shameless plug. About you, but I'm really happy here. So anyway, having said that, register, and we have a deadline for the discount, right, Katie? We'll close that discount. You have to register today, guys. Okay.
Register today.
Register today to get the 15% discount, because I think Neil's gonna yell at me because I'm sharing all our secrets. He's like, that's more than, I don't know how much this is, 300 something dollars. $327.
$127.
$327. Seriously? Neil's like, what are you thinking? It costs us more money to do all these other things. But I want to share it with you, fellow eXp realtors, because a rising tide raises all boats. And if we all do well as a company, as a community, we are going to have an amazing company that we grow together. That's why I'm only doing this as an eXp exclusive event. So register today to get your 15% off. It starts next week. So any questions? You feel free to unmute. I can't see all the thingies. Oh yeah, you have to use your Okta login. Any questions from what I shared, or from for the 6-week program? It's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. It starts next week, the 16th. You guys, you think you're ready to rock and roll and you're ready to get some referrals? I have more. I can't do it in 1 hour, guys. Seriously, like my brain is exploding, and I know that you can get so much business, and I'm so passionate about it. The $327 is something that, we just want to make sure you have skin in the game, right? Because, if it's free, you don't really treat it. Okay, this whole Canadian dollars thing, guys, we're still working on the Canadian dollars.
We are working towards that. It is currently listed in US dollars, 327 US dollars. But thank you for that question. We are absolutely working to address that for moving forward.
Yeah. Do you do other training in eXp University as well? One at a time. Small steps, remember, guys? Small steps. And so I am doing this because I also have a team to lead. I have my personal business to run, because I don't know if I can teach this if I don't personally actively do it. I'm on the ground actively doing this, so then I can share this with you. Every day I still learn something new, and I also have children. So right now, that's to answer your question. This is the only one that I have for eXp University at the moment, that one at a time as we grow. I want to make sure that we provide you with so much value and dig deeper, so then you can build your business. Yes, or 327 minus 15%, right? I think Janina, Katie's working on your registration to make sure you get that refund, because you paid too much. Not too much. I know I'm worthy, but I mean, eXp is willing to give that. I want to make sure you get that discount. So. Any other questions? Okay, Ross, yes, if you're Canadian, it's $391. Seriously, other people would sell their program for like $3,000. I don't know. I just want to make sure you have skin in the game. Awesome.
And if y'all thought this last hour was amazing, just wait for the 6 weeks. It's going to be packed full of all of Katrina's knowledge and her heart. I'm sure you felt it over the last hour. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie. All right. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to reach out. I am available on work chat and on, I respond faster on Instagram, but not all the time. I'm not always on Instagram, but I would, we all have, I'll get there. But yeah, I respond as quickly as I can. All right. So with that said, it's 11:04 Pacific time. I am thrilled that I was able to share this with you. I would love to hear about one key takeaway you got from this on social. If you message me or post something, I will, it just gives me that sense of fulfillment if I know that you did get value from today and your time. So, and this is an online only course. Yes, unless you're willing to fly to Surrey, but no, not in, I know some of you are here, so, but not right now it's online because I have a lot of content that I want to share in the next 6 weeks. It's crazy. So amazing. If we don't have any more, then I am excited to see you guys next week. Same time. We're going to give you the link. Just register. And yes, Janina, you'll be hosting an event. We're going to work on that. I'm going to make sure you do. So I will be, it's going to be interactive, by the way. The event, the session, right, Katie? Like, it's like this. It's Hollywood Squares. And it will be interactive. You can ask me questions. We'll have the opportunity also on the private Facebook group. You'll have the opportunity to reach out to me and ask me questions there. Okay, guys, I gotta run. We got some referrals to call back because my phone is like ringing off the hook. When you ask the universe for referrals, you ask for referrals, it shall come. So have a great day. It's such a blessing to be here. I'll see you guys next week on Zoom.